According to all available polls here in the United States, there seems to be a common thing that most Americans in this country share. And that is, we all pretty much agree that Donald Trump is really, really bad at being the president. Now, The Hill recently ran an article talking about the fact that Donald Trump is universally disliked here in the United States. And they have the data to back it up. According to all of the polls that have been taken both before he was sworn in and after he was sworn in as President of the United States, the American public's opinion of Donald Trump has only gotten worse. And, as The Hill points out, less than 2 weeks after being sworn in as president, Donald Trump immediately started calling any polls that showed him as unpopular fake news. And to this day, he continues to call any poll that shows him with a horrible approval rating fake news. When Donald Trump won the election in the United States, his approval rating was below 50%. When he got sworn in as president, his approval rating was 45%. Today, the highest poll has his approval rating at 41%. Several other polls have it as low as 36%. So again, it's pretty obvious that most people here in the United States, the people that have been paying attention, believe that Donald Trump is just really, really bad at being president. And we don't even need polls to show us that Americans think this way. We know that they think this way. We have seen massive protests. We see the backlash that he gets online from the few people that follow him who are not bots, who want to attack the stupid things he says on Twitter, and rightfully so. Donald Trump has proven at every possible opportunity that not only was he not prepared for his job as president, but he really seems like he doesn't even want to be president. He wanted the power, he wanted the prestige of the position, but he didn't want to have to do any of the work. He wanted to sit around and play golf and hope to hell that there weren't going to be any hurricanes or floods or fires or mass shootings. But unfortunately, those have been the hallmark of his first year in office. Not just the events that happened, but actually his responses to them. We have had terrorist attacks here in the United States, mass shootings, like I said, hurricanes, floods, fires, droughts. Everything you could imagine, and yet Donald Trump did virtually nothing about any of those things. I mean, technically, he really did do nothing about any of those things. And that is how we measure a leader. That is how we determine whether or not somebody is good at their job, especially when it comes to being president. Donald Trump, in every test he has been given so far, has failed, and the American public understands that. I think today, with his approval rating being 41%, he should be happy. Because when you look back at how horrible his record has been, his approval rating really should be somewhere in the teens, not in the 40s. Thanks for watching, and if you like what you see here on Ring of Fire, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel. You can see the little subscribe button down there, but if you're watching it on another device where you can't see it, go to youtube.com/TheRingOfFire, hit subscribe, be notified every time we get a new video.